Hello everyone, welcome to Rogan's Network channel. Today I'm going to show you how to set up a small home lab. Before that, let me give you a quick glance of what I'm going to do today. Alright, so I have a MacBook Pro, which is old, which is 2015, with 16 gigs of RAM, 250 gigs of storage. Take this device and turn this into a dedicated server by installing Ubuntu operating system in it, eventually running VMware to run evng on it, and then later on I will access that dedicated server remotely using SSH. So this laptop can be Mac or Linux or Windows. Alright, so why did I even choose Ubuntu operating system? I have two reasons why I selected it. First of all, evng in a VMware Fusion works with Cisco. It works fine with Cisco add-ons, Dynapse images perfectly, but does not work properly with Cisco Nexus and Juniper QFX images. So basically, it has a problem with QCO2 format. Suppose if you want to learn EVP and VXLAN and practice it, it is impossible to do since issue with the virtualization. On the other hand, evng itself runs on the Ubuntu on a flavor called Jammy Jellyfish. Makes it easy to run on it, and so in fact I just installed on my personal laptop and I tested it. It works absolutely perfect and also allowed me to add all types of Cisco and Juniper images. Alright, so what are the requirements? What do we need to build this lab? So first of all, your Mac, old Mac, whatever you have it. Second one is going to be your Ubuntu operating system, and the third one will be Etcher. Alright, once you have downloaded your Ubuntu, booted it, flashed it, and then you just install on your Mac, the next step is to install VMware Workstation Pro 17.6.2 version and evng ISO. Third one, ev images, say for example Cisco, Juniper. And fourth, we need FileZilla. And last but not least, we need evng Apple client-side pack. So I'll explain about this one at the end. So these are the requirements. So these are the things which is required to build this absolute lab. Alright, so without wait, let's go ahead and start downloading requirements. Before that, let me just clear all these drawings. Alright, first step first. Let's download Ubuntu operating system from Ubuntu site. Go ahead and download 24.04.2 LTS. Since for the length of the video concerns and stuff, so I just downloaded it already and installed it too. So please go ahead and download it. And the next one is going to be the Etcher. So once you click download, it's gonna download it. As soon as you completed everything, just take the Etcher application, go into it, flash the ISO image to a flash drive, flash from file, select the appropriate Ubuntu ISO, open it, and you will be popped up with few USB drives on it. Select the target and flash it. So once you have flashed the USB drive, hit the power button on the old MacBook and press this option button, if you can see it, this one, and then you will be popped up with this image, which is basically EFI boot. So you have to select this EFI boot, and the boot starts. It's gonna just walk you through the normal configuration setup, like erasing the whole disk, installing the third-party softwares, and followed up with the username, password. Once the Ubuntu OS is installed on your Mac, it should look like this. Alright, so once we get this one, we need a few more softwares, right? First of all, we need VMware. Click this VMware site. It takes you to the VMware site with the broadcam support. Log into that one. So if you do not have any account with them, please do create it. So once you're logged in, so if you have an account, just log in. Go to the downloads. I think it's gonna be on this side, I guess. Yeah. So go to the downloads. Type in VMware workstation in the search bar. And click on VMware Workstation Pro. And select VMware Workstation Pro 17.0 for Linux, and then download the Linux file. Perfect. If you can see here, go ahead and download this one. If it is not available, just click the you'll be popped up with terms and conditions, accept that one, and then download it. So it's that easy. So after that, you will be required to install the evng ISO file. So go ahead and click on it, download that one, let that evng ISO file get ready. So after that, let's install this VMware using the terminal. So I do have a file which effectively install it. Go to the specific directory that you have downloaded it. So basically it will be in the downloads file, and then type ls-la, and you have the VMware workstation full, that bundle over here. So what you have to do is just copy this one, first one, copy and paste, and also this bundle name. So basically you are giving the permission to that specific one, and then give the password. Since I'm already done it, it's showing like that, and then copy and paste this line. It will extract everything and then install it properly. So once it's done, type sudo / the file name. So this is the one which installs your VMware. Paste it and then hit enter. It's gonna go ahead and set up. Alright, so now we got everything done. So once this has been completed, get one more software which is required, which is so-called FileZilla. It's easy to download from a terminal itself. So all you have to do is sudo apt install FileZilla. It's that simple. So all the softwares are ready right now. So once you have done everything, go ahead into the VMware workstation. So this is not how it will be. So once you open this one, you will be prompted to set that up. So it will walk you through the basic setup. It's straightforward, nothing else, just agreeing the terms and the conditions. Once you accept everything, it will show you like this. Go ahead and create the new virtual machine, and then so click on typical, browse it, select the evng ISO file, open it, click next, select Linux Ubuntu since it's running on Ubuntu. If you want to give evng, I'm gonna give 2 because I already have one. So next, it is recommended to give more than 30 or 50, so I'm gonna give 50. Click next and customize the hardware. By default the memory will be 4 GB, but since we're doing a separate dedicated server, I'm giving 1228, meaning that I'm just giving 12 gigs of RAM to it. The processor is going to be, I'm giving 4, a number of core processor is 2, and we will come to this one later on. As of now, just click on the virtualization, virtualize CPU performance, and then for the network adapter, click bridged so that you can actually access it from another computer on the same subnet, and then click close, finish it, and then close. Once you see here, go ahead again into edit virtual machine and click on the processor. Now it will enable, it's going to enable the virtualization, the nested virtualization. So once you hit that, save it and click on setup. So since I already have one, so as soon as you click on the startup this guest operating system, it's going to walk you through the basic setup, root password, and then it shows you like this. So it will give you a specific IP address that you can log in, put the evng images into that into the evng, right? Go into FileZilla, type in that specific IP address that we have seen it, 10.0.0.94. In my case, this is my IP, so in your cases it will be different. So make sure you typing the right IP, username, and the password, and the port will be 22 since it's SSH. Quickly log in. All right. Once you are in, you are into the evng. So just go into the home folder. You can see opt. Go into the opt, unit lab, add-ons, and chemo. We need to install something so-called evng images. So it's easy. If you want Cisco images, go into Cisco, into supports and downloads, get that done. As soon as you have done this one, the next step is to uh, put the images into the evng, right? So the first thing is to know what naming convention does the Cisco image has it in the evng. So type evng Cisco Nexus 9K naming. Alright, so the first thing itself is the one which shows us clearly. So you have to create a folder named NXOS v9k. So that is very very important, that you have to create a folder inside the key move. I'm going to show you again. It's going to be NXOS v9k. Hyphen is different, so hyphen whatever the version you have it. So and then click OK. Cool. Just open it, and then since I have already downloaded the evng image that I have it, I'm opening it and then drag and drop it. It's gonna work perfectly as it is. Alright, so drag and drop it, and you can see it's copying. Once it's done, you have to fix the permission. So copy this permission, and once it's being copied, go into the VMware evng, log into it first, root eve, and then un, paste it, hit enter. It will fix the permission. It seems like it's finished. Let's go and open this evng in a web browser. So 10.0.0.9 T4. Click enter. You are in. Admin Eve. Perfect. So you are into Eve NG right now. So we can create and test how the actual uh, image works. So in order to do that, create a lab, add nodes, just type Nexus 9K. So Cisco Nexus 9K, click on it, and then save as it is. And this can be opened here, and you can just see now that we can see it's a dedicated server, right? So we have decided this to be a dedicated server. So what we are supposed to do, we have to be able to log in with our laptop, which is on the same subnetwork, and then should see how we can just do it from the other laptop basically. So I'm gonna log in, try to log in with SSH root at 10.0.0.94. Since we can log into EVNG from here, we should be able to log in from our web browser too, right? So 10.0.0.94, hit enter. Admin Eve, enter. Look at this. So we have absolutely created a dedicated server, and we were able to log in from a um, different laptop. So what is the important thing that I said about the Apple client-side software that we required? Download the specific Apple side client software right here. So since you're accessing it from your laptop, you can see it right here, right? So the Apple OS X client-side pack that will be installed will install everything necessary for your running Telnet, VNC, and Wireshark. So go ahead and install this one. I have already installed that one. So now I'm gonna just install that one. After that, you can actually go ahead and start this one. If you don't have that client side, it's not gonna help you at all. So if you allow this one, it should pop up right here. So basically, if you don't have the one, it will not work at all. So let's see whether it is working or not. Perfect, it started working. So typically for the Nexus 9K takes at least 3 to 5 minutes to load if you have a good RAM, or it's gonna take longer. So I'm gonna just let it run so that you can also have an idea that yes, it takes a long time to boot the Nexus OS. Alright, so it seems like it's asking me a few questions. So just type yes in it. Once you do yes, it will disable the pop and give yes to set up a secure password. I'm giving Nexus OS 1. It's gonna ask you for the basic configuration. Just say no. The reason that I'm just running it so long time is that so once you just go into it, you have to do one more thing. So if, say for example, you started working here and you save it, but next time if you just open this same Nexus OS, this device, the whatever the changes that you made will not be available. It will be all gone. It's gonna just load it as new as it is. So in order to prevent from that one, go into config mode, type get the directory first. Can you see the NXOS 921 bin? Alright, perfect. Just copy that one, type boot NXOS, copy this one, hit enter. So once you do this one, it's going to retain your operating system on this device, and whatever the changes you make it will still be available, and everything will be perfectly working even if you open it for the next time. So once it's done, copy RS to complete this lab. Wonderful. All right, so even if you wanted to learn EVP and VXLAN, or if you wanted to prepare for a CCNP, so this will help you a lot with a separate server running EVNG on it. So all right, so we have literally turned an old MacBook into a small home lab. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I will try to get to you as soon as possible. And see you guys next time. Bye now from Rogan.